Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back. It's a pleasure having you here to the G League group stage where we got Vici Gaming versus Titan. My name is Capitalist, and I'm going to be your host for today's game. And yes, I'm a liar because Toby Wan makes me a liar. He's not coming in today. Oh, excuse me, he's not coming in for now. Champions League is going to be later on tonight, so also be sure to check that out over at the Daily Motion link, which I know you're wondering, how do I find that link? Simple. Go to joindota.com. You'll find it right there with the countdown and everything. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Easy. Click. Just, and there it is. There it is for you guys. But I'm going to be solo. Yep. But I'm going to bring it. I am going to bring it because we got one hell of a game. Vici Gaming versus Titan. This is the determiner for who takes third place and who goes the hell home. This is our last G League group stage match before we get into the playoffs. And the way it's going to go, it's a double elimination bracket.
10 seconds remaining.
We're starting off tomorrow at 1300, where we will have the best of three. All of them are best of threes. A lot of matches we're going to be going down.
Reserve time.
Quiet, announcer. We're going to have a lot of matches going down. Tomorrow at 1300, we're going to have the second place teams of both group stage face off against each other. So that's going to be one hell of a match. After that, we got two different matches, 07 and 1300, just like it's always been. The third place teams, which is exactly what Vici Gaming and Titan are fighting over right now in Group A. They're fighting for third place. They're going to be playing at 07 against each other, the two third place matches. And then after that, then we start getting into the winner, the loser of the second place faces the winner of the third place match, yada, yada, yada. The point is there's going to be a lot of G League games coming up tomorrow, the 18th, and the 19th. 19th is when you're going to have your semifinals between the first place, which is IG and DK. Those two have already secured themselves a spot in the semifinals. So meaning all these other teams, second and third place, they have to get through this whole entire shebang and get themselves into the semifinals, which is going to be on the 19th.
10 seconds.
So that is what we're looking at right now. And that's why this match is so damn important. Titan is 0-2. Vici Gaming, who would have thought, is 0-2 as well. Getting taken down. Two different best of threes after what was such a long, long streak of winning. It was unbelievable. They just tore EMS apart. Absolutely tore it apart. And no, Snake King will not be joining me for today, for this match anyway, because it's way too early for him. So he's not going to be here. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into this game, guys, where we got bands coming out. Naga Siren, Alchemist, Elder Titan, Bristleback, all banned out. We're going to have Titan go ahead and first pick the Clockwork. Very strong pickup, one of the best offlaners left on the pool with Elder Titan and Bristleback both banned out. Crystal Main is going to be the response for OTK and the Visage, so he's going to take both of the high-tier supports in one go. So while Titan get the best offlaner that's left, arguably, Vici get the best supports. Interesting trade, R2K with the Naga Siren ban out, you know exactly what that's aimed at. It's aimed at Titan's Miracle, who played a very obnoxious Naga Siren in pretty much every single one of their series. I think it only lost once or twice. Speed Gaming defeated it once.
Reserve time.
You guys crack me up in chat. Did you know that? You are both the highlight and the low point of my cast. Just depends day to day. OD is going to be picked up by Titan. So we now have not only the best offlaner, but one of the best solo mids when it comes to laning. And now we're going to see an opportunity to be able to ban out some of those heroes that are very, very classically good versus OD. Nyx Assassin is one. He can run mid, but he's also a decent support.
Radiant team ban.
And possibly Razor, Viper, one of those heroes. Razor has been the more often picked up one. More common to see him as a counter to OD, but I'm not a big fan of trying to counter the OD in lane with some of those heroes because they are both heroes that drop off dramatically as we start going into the mid to late game. Razor's going to be the ban out from Titan. Don't want to have to deal with that one. Meanwhile, Vici Gaming are going to ban away both of the jungles since they do have two very, very strong laning supports. It makes sense that we're going to go ahead and take away both the junglers. Chen and Enchantress taken out. Slark is the first pickup in the second picking phase for Vici Gaming. And that is a very, 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 very strong hero now. With the recent buff ups, you being able to rely on your ultimate a lot more as Slark is extremely helpful.
5 seconds remaining.
Increases survivability of the Slark tenfold. So that buff is very, very well placed. Slark is constantly being seen picked up if he isn't banned out in the second banning phase. Sometimes we even see him in the first pick area. Guys, we are also hooked up, as always, with that good production value. That's your Group B right now. So you see IG has taken the first place slot. LGD China snags second away from Tongfu, who are relegated to third. And then, of course, Dreamtime relegated to the bottom of the group. LGD China and Tongfu actually tied in points. But LGD China beat Tongfu, and that's all that really matters at the end of the day.
Dire team pick.
Rubik is now picked up by Titan, one of the only supports really left in the pool that is traditionally picked up. So they still need another one. Meanwhile, Vici Gaming going to be looking at their offlaner presumably here. Think they probably want to keep their mid for their last pick. Just to be able to, keep that element of surprise. Offlaners are a little bit more a dime a dozen, especially since all the really strong ones have all been banned out. Another ban in that direction
Reserve time.
could really limit Vici Gaming. So right now, Vici Gaming have a very aggressive mid-game oriented lineup with a Slark. Crystal main, extremely strong laner, should be able to win any sort of lanes that Titan throws at them. Just through those two supports by their own, they're guaranteed to be able to win lanes. So it means Titan can't go an aggressive tri-lane. Vici possibly can, but we have rarely seen the Chinese run aggressive tri-lanes. And the only time they really have is when there's a very, very hard carry to be able to shut down. And they think not only can they win that aggressive tri-lane, but they can dominate it. Because it is risky running aggressive tri-lanes. It always has been, but the Chinese just don't like to go that route. Storm Spirit is now picked up, and oh dear, Titan. You may regret that Razor pickup because Vici Gaming, I like this. They're not trying to really shut down the OD in lane. Rotations are a perfectly fine way to be able to do that, and they've got a good rotation squad with the CM and Visage. So instead, they pick up the Storm Spirit. This mid-game is going to be out of control by Vici Gaming. We've seen it before at EMS. It's terrifying. They have an extremely strong Storm Spirit play.
5 seconds remaining.
So Titan are going to have to think long and hard about what's going on here.
Time.
Because right now they have solid lanes. Clockwork is going to be a good enough offlaner to be able to deal with. Well, if you're going up against the Slark, that's a little bit iffy, actually. If they decide to put Slark in a tri-lane up against Clockwork, you're going to have a difficult time as Clockwork His cog timing is going to have to be really impeccable. It's really going to have to be impeccable. Sand King is now picked up by Titan. So we've got that combo of Rubik with that longer range stun to be able to grab heroes, put them in a position for Sand King to be able to follow up. Sand King is also a very, very strong mid-game support. So that's going to kind of counteract the Slark, Storm Spirit, that sort of aggression. You've got some AoE to be able to clear through Slark, even if he does activate his ultimate. And AoE is really, really key here. You've got the OD ultimate. That's also going to be a decent throw. Yeah, as you can see, it seems to change from time to time exactly how much delay the Chinese stream has. But it seems to be like a good 5 minutes behind this time. So that's why the draft, we'll try and keep away from that as much as possible. But that draft is not filled out at all. Gyrocopter is going to be banned out by Vici Gaming. Want to take away a really good mid-game oriented support that can go late between the OD and the Gyrocopter. That would be some really strong late game. Gyrocopter ensures you some good mid-game action, is able to deal with pushes really well, and eventually builds into that carry. Lifestealer is going to be picked up by Vici Gaming, so no surprise because we do have now the Nakes Bomb going on. That's going to be very, very dangerous, and the person on the screen may be the one playing the Lifestealer. They seem to swap out the roles a little bit from time to time. Titan now thinking long and hard about their last pickup, which is their carry. Vici Gaming, I'm a little bit surprised Titan went ahead and banned out the Lone Druid here. They're afraid of a little bit of push, and with the tri-core lineup of Slark, Storm Spirit, and Lone Druid, they figured that was going to be enough to go late game really well, has good mid-game control. So they're going to go for the Mirana here. This could actually be stronger lanes. I mean, they're going up against the CM Visage, which is tough, but Sand King, if you can get in those levels, if you could just get to level 3 at least, they've actually got a good, decent single target combo there with the Rubik, Sand King, and Mirana. And Titan, while they were expecting an offlaner, with Vici Gaming going ahead and picking up the Lifestealer, aggressive tri-lanes is definitely a big option for Vici. But Titan can really combat that. They've got the ability to be able to stand up against that pretty easily. Mirana is a great carry under stress scenarios. I mean, she used to be a classic off lane.
10 seconds remaining.
So being able to run her in sort of dangerous tri-lanes versus tri-lanes,
5 seconds remaining.
really, really easy for her to be able to handle that. You got two supports that are going to be sitting back, fairly far back most of the time.
Prepare for battle.
Sand King, the king that doesn't matter, according to the newly renovated Wraith King. Anyway, guys, let's go ahead and talk about who's playing what and exactly what lanes we're going to see, because it looks a little interesting as far as right now goes. We'll ignore Titan for now. Vici Gaming, we're going to have the ROTK. He's going to be on the Slark, who is looking to see maybe an aggressive tri-lane, maybe dual lanes, as Fenrir goes ahead and places wards at the bottom lane. Siler's going to be on your Lifestealer, as we talked about earlier. Super's going to be your Storm Spirit, and FY is going to be on the Crystal Maiden. So it looks like they're going to be running Storm Spirit. They really want to be able to get Storm Spirit some good farm. I'm interested to see how they're going to run this Slark off lane. It's going to be pretty dangerous. And we may have just disconnected. Again, guys, between the stream still going? Yes, the stream is definitely still going. Maybe we survived. Oh, we're good. We're good. All right. Sometimes the Perfect World servers will kind of knock us out. Since we are connecting to the Chinese games. Great firewall of China sometimes does not like us Americans and Europeans spying on their Dota games. So we may get kicked out. Hopefully that doesn't happen. It only happened once earlier. But anyway, they're going to be running a defensive tri-lane, putting a lot of effort into making sure that Storm Spirit gets that farm. And then on the other side, they're going to be going up against Ohio, who's going to be running the Clockwork off lane. Love watching Ohio's off lane. Very, very strong. KYXY is going to be your mid OD. And then a defensive tri-lane of Rubik, who's Extinct. Miracle is going to be on your Mirana. And then your final hero is Net, who's going to be on that Sand King. And starting off, I mean, the off lane, there's a big advantage here. Oh my goodness, ROTK is dead. And that's no surprise. I mean, this is what I was afraid of. Seeing a Slark off lane, yes, he's got an escape mechanism, pounce. But with the Rubik being able to telekinesis just long enough for an arrow to land, it's a very potent and very deadly combo. And Slark isn't able to do anything really much about it. If Moran is in lane to chain that stun, Slark's dead no matter what. Now, once he picks up level 2, he may be able to pick up Dark Pact, where he will be able to see Rubik coming, pop that Dark Pact, and if he gets telekinesis, he saves himself and then leaps away from the arrow. That's fine, but getting to level 2 is going to be really, really hard for him. Extinct already trying to keep him away. ROTK is trying to sap some of that experience. Turn the game volume up. Look, he's just getting so much harassment. ROTK is going to get some of that experience, but he's going to do a lot of harassment for it. And he's going to put him up. Oh, no. Just barely. Missing out on that one. Siler, he's going to have a somewhat difficult time at middle versus the OD, but he should be able to survive at the very least as Courier comes in. Boots are up, and now Siler's lane gets a little bit more difficult. He's going to be taking a lot of harassment. So right now, both the Mirana and the OD are leading the CS score chart. Super's not far behind, and Siler is just trailing. But right now, Titan have a better mid. They have a better off lane. And because of the weak off lane of ROTK, the defensive tri-lane at bottom is going to have a good time as well. So Titan are pretty much winning all of their lanes in my mind. Net is going to be constantly pulling, trying to pick up those early levels, level 5, level 7, very key levels for Sand King. He can actually move around at those levels. His stun is actually effective, especially if he can pick it up sometime around the nighttime. Being able to get the jump on some of these heroes is going to be pretty key. Siler trying to do a little bit of damage to KYXY. Doing the only thing he really can. They're doing a good job keeping out Ohio, and this is what I was talking about with Slark actually has more experience at this point than Ohio. These two supports, extremely strong laners. Really, really good at being able to kick out some of those tankier off-lane heroes that you see. We're no longer seeing heroes necessarily have to have escape mechanisms as their off-lane. You see tanky heroes like Clockwork, like Timbersaw, like Elder Titan, being run in the off-lane. So having really strong laners is sometimes extremely key. Vici Gaming are going to go ahead and smoke up. Soak around the mid, see if they can catch KYXY. As Ohio is actually rambling in here. Not able to spy out the smoke, just barely away from him. He's trying to secure the 4-minute rune and also knows that we're probably seeing rotations.
Boom, there it goes.
He knows he's got the rocket to be able to see some of that vision, see they're not pulling. Recognizes the fact that the support's got to be down here. But at bottom, Stink a little bit of trouble. ROTK, arrow is going to be able to land, but Dark Pact was still going off. And ROTK may be able to get out because that net should be popped here. No, he gets Sandstorm off. Going to be able to kill him with the counter ward, but it's still a 2-for-1 exchange here. Now a 3-for-1 as Ohio cleans up the Crystal Maiden with his haste rune, and now Siler is forced to fight. He's trying to eat through the cogs, but it's taking so long, and the arrow is going to be able to land. A 4-for-1 exchange going the way of Titan. And what a start for them. They picked up first blood. They just picked up another 4 kills. Traded very, very little for it. Wow. That haste rune, good timing for Ohio. Really bad timing for a smoke gank. That means the OD is going to, again, remain pretty much uncontested at this point in the middle lane. Another bad smoke like that from those supports, and they're going to be out of the game for quite some time. At least Super is farming up well. He's now catching up to the OD, but The fact that OD can be sitting in the middle, feels some pressure from the Vici Gaming smoke up, and still be so far ahead in CS. Fenrir in a little bit of trouble. He's going to go down. The 3 heroes, Rubik's going to join in as well. That's yet another kill, and already Extinct is on a killing spree, 5.5 minutes in. Rubik is loving life right now. He's level 4. He's got boots plus another 600 gold. What a great start for him. And this was supposed to be Net getting more of the gold and the experience, but because of Rubik getting all these last hits and being a part of so many kills, ooh. Also, guys, we're going to see sometimes we get some delayed reactions from some of these abilities. And that may happen, especially the arrow. You're going to see the arrow go off late. Doesn't seem to be happening right now, but again, servers are what they are. We can only control them so much. Storm Spirit is now level 6, and Ohio has to be really, really careful. In fact, he's going to be initiated on. He's going to look for Cox. Good teleport right after the Frostbite. What a smart play. If FY had just held on to that Frostbite, that would have been a pretty much guaranteed kill.
Radiant structures are fortified.
So
Radiant's
really good
top
decision
tower
making,
is under
saves
attack.
Clockwork's life, and keeps Vici Gaming. Keeps them down 2-6. Hopefully this Storm Spirit will be, again, they do have a very strong mid game, so despite their poor start, you could definitely
Radiant's
see them
top
make a
tower
very,
is
very
under
easy
attack.
comeback going into the 15 and 25 minute mark. Another smoke up. We've got the level 2 Burrow Strike, but the bigger thing, we're still going to be leading with Telekinesis. As long as the Telekinesis goes off, it should be an easy pick off for them. Sylar, meanwhile, he's going to be jungling. He's going to rotate out of that mid, give the supports a little bit of farm, as we saw earlier. And Fenrir has been picked off. Telekinesis followed up in a stun. They're going to hold him in place. KYXY not even needing to throw down his ultimate. So another good rotation. Slark at least is about to pick up level 6. And at that point in time, it is really, really hard to harass him out of lane. Every once in a while, he's just going to disappear, come back with full health. Bottle is now up on super. So let's take a look at this early gold lead. You know, 2,500 within 8 minutes. Obviously, that's a huge leap. But I'm not going to put it past Vici Gaming to be able to make some sort of comeback here. Rubik very happily grabs a regen rune and also has mana boots. You gotta love it as a support when you get a start like this and you're able to get upgraded boots like that. It's beautiful. Looks like they're done with trying to get Fenrir levels in mid. He's still level 4 even though he's gone mid twice now. Both times getting picked off. And we're just going to go right back to stacking. And trying to, we see Vici Gaming trying to do a little smoke up around top. But guess what? Guess where Clockwork is? Right behind you.
Radiant's top
So they're going to go
tower
ahead
is
and
under
gank the
attack.
tier 1 tower and see if they can kill that. Rocket's able to bring some of the creeps back, creep the aggro off. Should still be a tier 1. Ohio not wanting to risk going for the deny here.
Radiant's
They're already
top
ahead.
tower has fallen.
There's a good chance he would die if he did get the deny. It's too risky. OD already has a Force Staff, so go ahead and throw any chance of ganking him completely out the window. We're going to see Titan go ahead and do a little push of their own on the offlane tower.
Dire's structures are fortified.
And Slark, as much as he would like to come
Dire's
forward
bottom
and stop
tower
that,
is under attack.
he would have to pop his ultimate, and even then it's questionable. Because if he gets telekinesis,
Dire's
Sand
bottom
King's done
tower
something,
has
the
fallen.
arrow is going to be able to land. Even if he pops his ultimate, you still got some decent AoE coming out from Titan. So he just gives it up as Miracle goes ahead and picks up a Drum of Endurance on the Mirage. Storm Spirit's going to be running mid now, and now that he has levels, he's going to do a little bit better, but he's still going to feel that intelligence sap. So he's going to want to stay out of range of KYXY as much as possible. Arrow does land on ROTK, and this is a very dead Slark. Those arrows have just been catching out some of the players in G League over and over and over again.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Speed Gaming, Vici, Miracle. He's going to get picked off here. Storm Spirit with the rotation. He's going to go for more, just can't seem to get the auto attack. In fact, Instinct is actually stolen Ball of Lightning. And what a better spell to steal on a Rubik, who's been able to pick up early set of mana boots. So now he's got a huge form of initiation. With that smoke up, they may just be able to pick off mid. As ROTK runs that way. Rotation around, trying to help out KYXY as much as possible. KYXY can even force staff forward if he wants to and hit the imprisonment, but ROTK would probably immediately Dark Pact, and at that point it's very, very hard to be able to kill the Slark. So they really need that telekinesis to be leading. Super, gonna get picked off here as long as they chain the stuns. Telekinesis, follow up with the nukes, nicely done. Slark holding KYXY in place, but this is 4 heroes here. They may not want to fight this. Sylar decides to go ahead and take it, but Moonlight Shadow makes it so they're unable to do anything. Super, with that buyback, has just lost a huge amount of gold. So really good response by Miracle there. The instant the buyback goes out, he throws down Moonlight Shadow, and Vici Gaming with no counters, no dust,
bottom tower is under attack.
Completely lose any opportunity they had with that buyback. Nice double damage, but he gets spied out. Titan might not want to take this with the double damage, but apparently they feel like they have enough of an advantage. And who could blame them with only over 3,000 gold, 12.5 minutes in. Working our way towards mech on the Visage. Get there eventually. And this is going to be a very, very slow Orchid. Very slow Orchid, and even once he has it, you already have the OD picking up his basic survivability item. That mobility coming out from 4 staff really helps OD survive a lot of these gank attempts. So even once we see Orchid, he's still going to have a hard time shutting down some of these heroes with farm. As you see Miracle, he's going to be going for an early BKB apparently. A little bit earlier than I had in mind, but you've already got your basic stat items. He's hitting decently hard with Phase Boots, Drums, and Ring of Aquila. So an early BKB will protect him from the Storm by quite a bit. Clockwork going to be able to initiate on the Visage, and once again, Visage is prevented from getting his level 6. 4-man gank on middle. No mercy whatsoever from Titan as they pick up yet another kill. And them grouping up like that is not hurting their economy at all. They're still staying way ahead of Vici Gaming. And we're going to see yet another smoke up as KYXY goes ahead and pushes in mid. They're hoping to be able to catch somebody teleporting in. Ohio doesn't have his hook shot anymore, but Titan, they've got the Sand King now to level 6, so he can just as easily lead as the Rubik can. Oh, Visage. Don't do it, buddy. Oh, I almost have to look away from this one. More teleports coming in. Cogs going to be able to lock it in, and they actually cancel it. Don't want to be there. They see the rest of Titan group up. They're going to jump in now. Extinct going to get picked off. Slark was able to catch him out in the dominating spree. Going to go the way of Super. So that is a large amount of gold. 513 for ending that spree. And that's gold being put towards an Orchid. That's the thing about this new meta. There's a larger chance for comebacks via kills because of the extra amount of spree gold that you're getting. Now, towers, this is why push lineups are kind of important now. It means tower gold is that much more important because kills just don't ensure a successful lead necessarily. All it
Dire's
takes is one
bottom
bad
tower
team
is
fight,
under
and all of a
attack.
sudden, through the spree gold that the enemy team gains, they're right back in the running. Whereas tower gold, you're able to use that advantage, and as long as you stay again ahead, ensuring your towers don't go down, especially those tier 2s. If you're able to get an advantage on tier 2s, most of the time you're able to keep that. That's why a lot of more push lineups are coming out. They're not necessarily fully committed. They do have some late game to them. But it gives you the option of being able to start out ahead and end the game quickly. We're going to see our first Infest Bomb. In fact, we're just going to hold on Super since nobody else is really doing anything. Super eventually, he's going to jump. And Titan is very, very grouped up. They know exactly
Radiant's
what's going
bottom
on with
tower
that
is under
Storm
attack.
Spirit. It is about that time. They don't see Sylar farming anywhere else on the map, so they know it's got to be an Infest gank. They're going to go top, where Net right now, if they don't fully kill him before Sandstorm, they're not going to catch him out. Well, no, they will. They might. Static Remnant is only level 1. Titan could always use Burrow Strike. Sandstorm up, Burrow Strike, turn around. They're going to try and jump on this, but here comes the Lifestealer. Oh, dear. I thought they knew, but maybe they didn't. Miracle caught out a little bit. He still has a leap. He's trying to get away. Hook shot actually intercepts the leap, and unfortunately isn't going to be able to land. But nice double stun coming out from Net. Sylar should be able to get away, but nice turnaround. They pick up the Storm Spirit. That's all they really want. And he has a large death timer, too, from the buyback earlier. Moonlight Shadow goes ahead and saves Net. He's actually beginning to pursue, seeing if he can catch one of these supports, but he's got no follow-up. He really needs to back out.
Is under attack.
RTK searching, seeing if there's anybody he can pick off. KYXY is beginning to position himself and smart leap away by RTK. Wow, another 1,000 gold up on the Rubik already. Still maintaining that lead, Titan. Keeping it despite some back and forth. Mech is going to be up on Visage soon. Bracer, nothing big. Nothing big on anybody from Vici Gaming just yet because we've got Storm Spirit going down earlier, losing a lot of his opportunity to be able to farm. We've got an Armlet going to be picked off eventually by Sylar. Meanwhile, Miracle, you see him. He's got his BKB already. And with KYXY going a very, very early side device, he's actually going to get caught out. No support behind him, and he's going to get easily picked out by Vici Gaming. So good rotation, but it's kind of expected at this point. We're going to see a counter. Trying to jump in. Drums is actually going to be able to put them in range of FY, and that's going to be an easy, quick kill. Sylar now comes in, and Extinct actually steals Rage and baits out an open wounds away from Sylar. Super's going to come in with an Invis rune and about half of his mana pool.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So he can easily pop a hero and get out since he won't have to use his ultimate to initiate. But to have a huge amount of mobility.
Are fortified.
He's going to jump on Net first. Sylar not quite in range to be able to follow up any real damage. Net not going to be able to get away with the leap in. Nice arrow coming out from Miracle. Going to hold Super in place. They're going to follow up KYXY. Seeing if he can hold in another hero. Maybe they can pick out the Crystal Main. Unfortunately, arrow is on cooldown. Ohio choosing not to jump at that moment. Still holding on to his hook shot. And I have to say, I think Vici Gaming, they should probably just thank their lucky stars. They were able to pick up a kill and just get out. They don't need anything else. Working towards the Armlet. Orchid, is it up? It is up.
We're here now.
So
Dire's
Super has
middle
it
tower
about the
is
20-minute
under
mark.
attack.
Not terrible, but not great
Dire's
either.
structures are fortified.
especially since he was the one in this situation. FY barely gets away from the arrow, but still, Extinct able to initiate with the Storm Spirit ultimate he stole earlier. KYXY locked in a little bit. Super gonna try and pick off that kill. Still does not have his Orchid. Oh no, this is bad. Super's actually gonna get picked off because of this. ROTK turnaround, still able to pick up KYXY net with a big ultimate there. Did a lot of damage, but now Siler pops out from his Infest. Gonna pursue for more. Extinct does still have his Ball Lightning. He's going to try and bait this out a little bit. There goes the leap. Miracle actually gets hit by the Slork. Oh, no. What a turnaround. They actually go down. Vici Gaming, despite not having the Orchid, which was so critical, someone actually sent back the Courier. Someone picked up Phase Boots. Who was it? Who was it? Who am I blaming? Or am I crazy? Oh, hey, it was Crystal Maiden. Crystal Maiden decided her Phase Boots were more important right about here. Decided to send the Courier. No, I need my Phase Boots. You don't need the Orchid, which is right here. The recipe was right here. A Storm Spirit had that, they would have killed KYXY much sooner. That ultimate would have never gone off. And there was a much, much better chance that Storm Spirit would have lived through the fight. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry, FY, but I'm going to have to call you out. I'm going to have to call you out for that one. 4-man smoke up, and it's going to be Siler who's going to be in trouble, especially with that instant telekinesis stun. There it is. Grabs him before the rage, the follow-up stuns, and that is a very dead Siler. He still manages to rage, and he actually gets away. Did they have... Oh, they didn't have the OD ultimate. Hook shot also didn't go off in that team
Dire's
fight.
top tower is under attack.
Team fight, that gank. Questionable. Siler manages to barely escape with his life.
Dire's top tower
RTK
is
looks
under
like he's
attack.
also going to be going a BKB. Kind of essential for him,
Incoming!
especially versus a lot of this. They got some decent AoE being thrown down.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Taking one tower, and they're going to go ahead and start teleporting to tier 2 and
Radiant's
start
middle
setting up
tower
for the
is
rest of
under
the
attack.
heroes who can go into tier 1. At the very least, they should be able to defend. You know, a lot of heroes for Vici Gaming are mid, so they don't want to aggressively teleport.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Blink Dagger's going to be up soon on Sand King. It looks like he's completely forgetting about Arcane Boots. And he's going to try and pick up the fastest Blink he can, especially since Rubik already has the Mana Boots. It's always good for at least one support to pick up the Mana Boots. And because of that, he's going to be able to rely on Extinct for the extra mana for both himself and his allies. And we're going to get that big initiation coming out from Titan. They've already got a lot. They've already got a lot, especially if Extinct is able to pick up a 4-staff. You've got him, Sand King, and Clockwork all being able to jump in. Extinct, he's going to go down. He snags Infest, but unable to get out of the disable to use it. Ohio, meanwhile, he's going to go for a 4-staff, which is the obvious versus Lifestealer. Extremely good, but then follow up with an Aghanims. Nice arrow. Siler caught out. Oh, no. He actually hits Ohio. Or excuse me, Ohio hits Miracle. What a disruption. Meanwhile, at bottom, Net being caught out. Nuke comes out from Visage, but it's just not quite enough. Net's going to be able to get away. There goes... Oh, maybe. They shouldn't be able to get that. Oh, man, look at him. He went down to 49 health, and the two supports come to overextend themselves. Nice Visage Bird stun. Stink gonna go for the slow here. Just see if he can get in range of telekinesis, and he's got her. Fenrir, you just gotta leave him alone because here comes the rest of Titan. Mech actually helping out quite a bit. The arrow is a bit of a dud here. Fenrir, I don't know what he's doing, but he's gonna go for the slow. He's gotta run to the left. Slow him down. Slow him down, Fenrir. Oh my goodness. I don't know why he's not slowing down and just running away. They're gonna lose both their supports at this rate. There it goes, and now Fenrir is just still running around. He tries to pop Rubik, but it isn't enough, and they lose both their supports for no reason. They were diving past a tier 2, and even at that point, they could have just left the Crystal Main. Oh no, Net, oh no. He pops his ultimate, and the second he does that, Vici backs out. They're so far away, he can't even burrow strike forward to catch him. Unbelievable. Another 2,000 gold is up on Super right now. He also needs a BKB. So they need their basic mid-game items before they can really get too aggressive. Sylar actually having 3,500 gold right now. So he's actually got a large amount. He can go for his next. I'm interested to see what he's going to go. If he's going to commit to this sort of race car build, which is very, very common amongst lifestealers. Or do we go more burst damage against the OD and try and lock down that physical damage with Desolator? Or we go Basher. I wasn't expecting Basher just yet. Maybe as the next item after either SNY or Deso. Well, Deso's a different build entirely, but I expected it after the SNY. But he's going to go for it anyway. And he may be able to snag that quick Abyssal. Oh, I missed out on the arrow. They caught out Slark. Blink Dagger, stun, arrow. Easy combo. Medallion, and with that medallion, they may be able to do Roshan sometime soon. Sylar's got Basher. They've got Medallion. They could do it in decent timing here. In fact, that's what they're going to go for. Clockwork is going to spy him out with the rocket, and Titan are begin to respawn here. We're actually going to see the smoke up just for that extra movement speed so they can get there a little bit quicker, maybe catch Vici out by surprise. FY, sitting out on the side here. Throwing a couple of spells. Arrow gonna go down. Lands on the birds, actually. Meanwhile, Crystal Maiden's actually gonna get caught out while they're doing this. Super gonna jump in. Has the infest. Gonna try and pop net before he can get away. Unable to do so. They don't have the vision. Now it goes off. Familiars may be able to do it. In fact, Visage. Oh, man. They're gonna be able to clean him up as soon as he's down. Moonlight Shadow's gonna go out. No, the blink. He blinks. Teleports away successfully. Meanwhile, ROTK, he's getting caught out. Slark may be able to get out. Jump pops the ultimate just in time. Ohio, he's getting dawn on. ROTK trying to block him up, but ROTK, you went there for too long, buddy. He goes down. Now Fenrir's going to be the next to pop. Vici Gaming overextend themselves. It could have been just a Crystal Main for a Rubik, but they stuck around for so long that not only do two heroes go down, but they lose Roshan on top of that. Ohio, what were you doing? Was that supposed to be like some sort of deterrent against the Storm Spirit going in? I'm just not sure if that last cog was close enough to stop Storm Spirit from grabbing Aegis. I'm just saying. That doesn't quite
Dire's top tower is under
quite work
attack.
for me. It's like you sit in the Roche pit and think about what you did. Yeah, I don't know. ROTK just like coming back in against Ohio. Ohio's really tanky too. Like, he's got strength treads plus point booster. He's soon going to have an Aghanims. So when they disabled him and ROTK's like, all right, this looks great. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Stuck around way too long. Aegis, Scythe of Ice is up. Initiation, missing out on Sylar. Force Staff, going to try and reset this fight as much as possible. Another cog. Ohio, are you trolling Titan now? Like, it's never been a really bad cogs that messes them up, but both times, like, keeping them in the Roche pit, blocking out Sand King, just like, no. That's what you get for missing your stun like that.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Don't let it happen again. Titan are going to go ahead and set up for tier 2. They've got Aegis. They know Vici Gaming just can't really fight them.
Dire's structures are fortified.
And if they do, it's a risky maneuver, which may end up losing them the game right here, right now. But they're going to go for it. Beginning to group up, and the tier 2 is going to fall before they even get there.
Bottom tower has fallen.
So maybe just
Radiant's
holding tier
top
3.
tower is under
BKB is
attack.
now up on super. Definitely don't want to initiate without that. Cannot go without the BKB. ROTK now, he had his BKB. Now has another 1,000 gold. Well, they know exactly where all of Titan are. The question is, do they know that a Moonlight Shadow just popped? They know they're still in there because of that ward. They know, they think they're still somewhere in this area. And I don't know. I don't know why that happens. Seriously, can I just clean lines? Yeah, it just registers at a bunch of little points, I guess. I don't know. Manta is now up on Mirana. She's going to use this to start pushing in while the rest of the team sits back.
Dire's
Lets her do
bottom
the damage to the
is under
tower.
attack.
KYXY is now going to join him. Arrow goes off, hits Sylar. Now, no follow-up, though. Titan can't be diving past the tier 3. They just do a little bit damage, force teleports, force Vici Gaming away from farming the jungle, top, middle, any of those areas. Just that simple 5-man push into the base forced all of Vici Gaming inside the base. See, there it is again. Why does that happen? Makes no sense. Super looking for the pickoff. He's going to find it. Net blinks away. Oh, beautiful. Instant blink. Good response. He had the vision. This aggressive ward right here. They had vision of the incoming. Oh my god, that's just pissing me off now. They had vision of the incoming super infest gank. What an arrow. What an arrow that is.
Allies disappear.
Another Moonlight Shadow, and they're going to go ahead and cross river once again. Vici, I don't think that ward spied him out. Yeah, they were uphill in this area. So they're good. But they don't actually want to go uphill just yet. There is a counter ward lying in wait.
Regeneration.
15,000 net worth right now on the Mirana. OD sitting about 13 as well. So no surprise that those two are topping out the board, especially given how ahead they are. 5,500 gold lead right now. About a 3,500 experience lead. But nothing that can't be crossed with just one good team fight and a tower. That'll put them well within the range to tie up against Titan. Aghanims is finished up on Clockwork. The biggest issue is right now Titan are finishing off their big items. Vici Gaming haven't even started to work on their next set. Actually, Sylar's a little close. If you can get an Abyssal, be able to jump in and follow up that initiation by Storm Spirit with an extra
Dire's
disable,
middle tower is under attack.
guaranteed to pop one hero. And it has to be the OD. It really has to be the OD. First of all, he's the big damage dealer. And even though he has Aegis, anybody else is going to be able to be saved by Astral Imprisonment.
Dire's middle
I think that was an
has
attempt
fallen.
by Fenrir to be able to throw down a stun with one bird and deny with the other. Speaking is hard sometimes. Crystallis is up on Mirana. They're just going to content themselves with continuing to farm. I don't think they should farm for too long. I would have liked to see Desolator over a Daedalus pickup on Miracle. But that's my personal preference, I guess. I would have loved to see something that would allow them to clear through towers and put more pressure on the base. Because as it is right now, Vici Gaming, they may be out farming Vici, but going late game, really late game against this Vici lineup is not, in my mind, really advisable. They could easily still win. Titan could absolutely clash against this 50, 60 minutes in, still come out on top. But Storm Spirit, Lifestealer, Slark, even the Visage to some extent, all good late game. Are all benefiting from this game going later. I would say just utilize the gold advantage that they have right now, farm up a little bit more, but try and push in by 40 minutes. Otherwise, I think you're giving too much in an opening to Vici. But we'll have to see if Titan agree as they begin to put a little pressure on this tier 2. Vici are doing the same with a attempt at a smoke gank. They smoked up, put themselves in a position, try and bait out ROTK. They don't successfully do so, though. Net going to get jumped on here. Nice invis, perfect timing. BKB is going to be wasted. Sylar is actually way far forward. Now Miracle getting caught in the backside. KYXY half health and Aegis down. This is perfect time for Vici to get aggressive. They're going to be able to take a tier 2. Cogs actually blocks Titan out from being able to go ahead and follow that up. Roshan's going to be in soon. And tier 2 is going to fall atop. Oh man, they had Glyph. They had Glyph. Just didn't go off in time. So after that small engagement, you see the gold lead dip down a little bit closer to that 5,000 range with just one pick off. Experience obviously jumps down a lot more because Morana was a very high level. Level 18, that's a lot of experience going the way of Vici. So they get the tower, get themselves a small amount of gold. Nothing game-changing for Titan. Still the same plan. Sylar's going to be able to pick up an Abyssal here very soon, if that's what he chooses to go. I'm sure he will. The only other option is going like that sort of half and half build where you go to Basher, then you go Hyperstone, then you go Abyssal, and then you finish off AC after that. But Abyssal is just too strong of an item. And so good with the initiation that Storm Spirit provides you. This time, Titan is going to rotate to try and shut down R2K, but R2K does not have the backup of 4-man smoked allies this time, so he's not pushing quite as aggressively. He's going to back out. And it looks like, oh dear. You did this to yourself. Looks like we're going to see a Scotty pickup. Or, not Scotty. He almost jumped cliff to cliff. Hi, Slark, you're not a cliff jumper. You're a water dweller. Calm down. Looks like we're going to see a Scotty pickup on Slark. Now, that's a pretty late game item, but he's well on his way to get it. I would have preferred more of a Basher-oriented item, but pure stats is a good way to build Slark a lot of times. Makes him decently tanky. And survivability is huge on Slark. Hell, I would have preferred something like... I would have preferred Basher, but I would even take something like Lincoln. RTK is going to get caught out here. Chain stun down. BKB actually goes off, and there goes his ultimate as well. Arrow was not thrown by Miracle. He should have had the opportunity. Here comes Vici. They're going to try and initiate from behind, but Moonlight Shadow may catch him out. Super. Going to get bursted down. Oh, no. KYXY with the bomb. Just drops everyone. Net clearing through people with the epicenter, trying to do as much damage. Extinct may be able to live. Nice Rage Steal earlier. Sylar trying to beat up heroes, but KYXY is just proving it too strong. Super comes back with the buyback. Now they're going on the pursuit. Miracle next on the line. He may go down. Super just doesn't have enough mana. He's trying to catch him out. Miracle throws the arrow, but BKB is still up. Net is going to be able to get away just in time with his blink. Ohio should go down. Nice hook shot. He gets away. So they really mitigate their losses there as only one buyback. Yeah, only one buyback coming out from Vici Gaming. That was Super, who got bursted down so quickly by the OD with his ultimate, Scythe of Ice, a couple auto attacks. Super just fell like a rock. If he'd gotten off that BKB, that would have been a huge fight, though, for Vici Gaming. As it is, it's pretty even. They're going to have a slight advantage because they will take Roche off of this. Oh! Ohio! What a play. And with that, they're going to go ahead and go in. Ohio delays them. Just waiting for the OD, and they just secured themselves Roche with that. Oh my god, they may have just ended the game. Fenrir blocked out, trying to help himself with the Visage Birds. Will be able to get out. No, Net's actually going to pursue. Has a stun up. We're going to try and get more Visage Bird stuns in. Another 4-staff away. Gem is going to be picked up. Unbelievable. Ohio. You can't call that a good play. You can call that a lucky play. But you can't call that, you can call that a smart play, a lucky play, but not really a good play. That was just normal get vision of Roshan while they're doing it sort of thing. And he scores a kill on Sylar. What in between armlet toggling? Unbelievable.
Roshan has fallen.
They just grabbed Roche. They just won a team fight. It's the little things in Dota, man. It is the little things and a good competitive game that make it entertaining.
Illusion.
Oh. I wonder how mad Sylar is. I wonder how mad he was. Because it... You know what? We're... I think we have time. You know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go. Make sure nothing's happening. Make sure nothing's happening. Cut to the Chinese stream. Look at the combat log. And see exactly how much damage Sylar had. Promise you, nothing is happening right now. I swear it's not. Oh my goodness, I just had it. I just had it and I accidentally closed it. Oh no. Oh no! I really want to know. I can't help myself though. I can't. Alright, we'll bring it back now. There's too much stuff. There's too much stuff. Whatever. I'm done. I'm done trying to search for it. It's causing me a headache. RTK. Gonna be able to get away from the attempted gank. Both teams were pretty much just farming away. As I don't know what the Chinese stream just took a shit on me. Does that sometimes. Daedalus is up on Miracle. Nothing big picked up for him just yet. We got Shiva's finished up by KYXY, but that was already up. RGK pops the Dark Pack just before the arrow hits. Setting up, doing a little bit of damage to the tier 3, a little bit at a time. Nothing big. If Vici starts to go forward, here comes the initiation. There it is. Unable to grab Miracle in time, and OD gets out. This is bad. This is bad. This is a completely wasted, 2 wasted BKBs. They pop Clockwork, but who cares about a Clockwork? He instantly buys back and is going to start heading bottom. And as soon as he's there, BKBs are on cooldown right now. Sylar copping an arrow to the face. As now Titans start to go uphill, trying to dodge the stuns. Miracle taking a bit of damage. BKB leaps inwards. Oh no, this is bad. Epicenter's gonna go down. Net doing a huge amount of damage. Super may be able to get out. No, Extinct catches him out with a nice Slark pounce. Beautiful play. He's gonna actually steal the Crystal Maiden ultimate as well, but it doesn't matter. KYXY trying to pop ROTK. Ohio gonna try and buy him time as KYXY goes for the escape. Ohio has a hook shot in just 2 seconds, but it's not in time. He was looking to possibly a hook shot KYXY, but unfortunately, Miracle with that really poorly timed leap leaps farther into the base at a really, really poor position. But can we just please acknowledge Rubik and that Force Staff and Pounce to finish Super? And then instantly turning and stealing Crystal Maiden ult. Beautiful play. Titan unfortunately got the worst end of the stick there, but it was still a great play by Rubik. Wow. Things are beginning to shape up for Vici. Still sitting about that 6,000 to 7,000 gold lead, but experience is finally going their way. And it hasn't since you see those little dips. For the most part, you see how well Titan has been in control of the game. Scotty is now finished up on Slark, so he's got a lot of survivability. Now Aghanim's Scepter is finished up on Visage, so he's got that extra familiar the next time it's off of cooldown. Super going to start working on a Scythe of Ice of his own. And Sylar presumably going to go Assault Cuirass here with the Abyssal. Very good combo. Allows him to be able to burst down heroes very, very quickly. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. What items do we have? Force Staff, Sand King. Nope, nothing big. Nothing big to talk about yet. Roshan respawns in 4.5 minutes, so it looks like it's going to be a very fast Roshan. Like, that's an immediate Roshan. That's 30 seconds into the timer. And Roshan pops. Wow. And that right there is a game-changing rune. Vici Gaming go ahead and, unfortunately, they don't have a bottle on their team. So, unfortunately, being on the opposite side of the map, it's kind of useless unless they grab and teleport, but it's amazing how runes can change the game. If you guys ever seen that that Dignitas versus where they had a tiny, I think it was Dignitas versus EG, where they had a tiny pick up a double damage and crit the hard carry Animage, I want to say. It just completely wiped him. Like, he was just gone. He was there one moment, and then he was gone the next. And that won the game for them. R2K getting a little bit more survivability. He can just fight people now with a little bit of life steal plus the initiation. Net's going to go down. Net's going to be going down. Extinct may get picked off as well. Ghost Scepter, he doesn't have a Force Staff anymore. So he falls. Good pick off by Vici Gaming. They just got themselves control of the map and potentially setting up well for Roshan later on. You see Slark, Storm Spirit, and Lifestealer behind the two cores of Titan. But again, pushing this too late is going to be an issue for Vici Gaming because it's a tri-core lineup versus a dual core. Clockwork, Sand King, Rubik. Pretty much Clockwork's the only one that you're going to hold much value to in the late game. Rubik, questionable if he steals the right abilities. Possibly he'll be useful. Sand King, purely magic damage for the most part, so not nearly as helpful as he was in the mid-game. And the Rubik abilities, you could really see him stealing here. Like, Storm Spirit ult is probably the best one for him. To increase his survivability and be able to see those opportunities to telekinesis when BKBs are down or they haven't been activated yet. That's probably his best ability to steal. We don't have any big ultimates being thrown down. CM ultimate is kind of useless at this point. A lot of BKBs, a lot of survivability and mobility to get out of it. Visage Birds would always be nice, but unlikely. I swear to God, if you give away familiars as a Visage to a Rubik, you should just apologize to your team and ask if they want you to leave. Because it's really, really bad for you to do that. That's what I'm trying to say. Sylar will be picking up an Assault Cuirass, already has a Hyperstone, and is close to picking up the full item. Of course, buybacks are very, very key right now. And honestly, I don't know what item we're really going to be waiting on. The aggressive board gets countered. What item we're really waiting on for Titan? Or if they're just going to wait on a good Roshan fight and hope that determines the game for them. Mirana is beginning to fall off a little bit as her damage is just not the same. Very, very powerful, but even he is going to start running out of options when it comes to items. Refresher is probably next on the block. I personally love seeing a Refresher OD. Say goodbye to your mama and your mana. Because you ain't having neither. Infest into Super right now as Scythe of Ice is about to be picked up for him. Again, those items are about to be up, but at the same time, they have to make the decision whether they want the item and whether that item's going to win them the team fight. Is it worth that risk? Or do they hold on to the gold and wait till they have buyback and the item and potentially lose a team fight because they didn't have that Assault Cuirass. They didn't have that Scythe of Ice in the team fight. both of those items are huge differences in team fights when you do pick them up. I would place slightly more value on the Scythe of Ice this game, since we do have a lot of magic damage being thrown down. Titan is being surrounded. They're going to pop the Moonlight Shadow, but it's not going to be enough. Gem is up. Ohio trying to get away. He's actually on top of FY right now. Two melees locked inside the cogs. There goes the turnaround. Nice ultimate coming in. Big play by Net as he locks in 2, 3 with the epicenter. Now ROTK, he's trying to fight him. Buybacks coming in. Titan just need to get away from this. They won the team fight. They have to get out, and they do see it. Nicely done. Titan get out. The buybacks from both the Lifestealer and the Storm Spirit are going to be rendered completely useless. Actually, Roshan? Roshan, what are you doing over there, buddy? Is there a cave? Is there a secret hole over there that you're protecting? Isn't there like there's like some sort of like, yeah, like that area where you can buy from the shop has got like a little hole or something. I remember there was a Reddit post or something about that. Dun, dun. Oh, look at that. Scythe of Ice and the AC both have been kept out of the hands of the Storm Spirit and the Lifestealer. They didn't even get Roshan after that buyback. That was so huge. KYXY and is pushing up the cliff, turning and ulting. Net's big epicenter. If we can get it, I will try and bring up the Chinese stream, but unfortunately it's having a huge issue right now. Super looking for those heroes, keeping vision inside the Roche pit, and I just cannot afford to go to the Chinese stream. It's a little far back anyway. I would love to be able to watch that team fight again, but currently it's still a couple minutes until it gets there.
Vanish.
Moonlight Shadow, they're going to try and catch out ROTK. They're going to try and wipe out one hero, but here comes the rest. Super, the Infest gank, the KYXY, he's locked in place. The Abyssal is going to be able to clean him up, and now Net, he's in trouble, trying to get away. Great cogs by Ohio, but it's still not going to be enough to save Net. Rubik falls on the backside, and another great hook shot by Ohio. Miracle in trouble. ROTK is going to try and chase him down. Leap is dead, and there goes great Manta. That actually dodges what may have been another pickoff for Vici. And all of a sudden, Vici are back in the driver's seat, and they're going to go ahead and take Roshan. Buybacks are not up for those heroes that are dead. They aren't the key heroes anyway. OD did buyback, but it doesn't even matter. They lose. Ohio, get out of there, buddy. I know you have really stellar hook shots under pressure, but no need to put yourself needlessly under pressure like that. Roshan was window shopping. Well played, chat. He was Christmas shopping from the secret shop, so he was right there, sitting there, trying to pick up his items.
Radiant's middle tower.
He's like, I'm done with this Aegis of Immortal BS. We're actually going to cut to the Chinese stream. I believe we're about to see the engagement. Oh my goodness, it's crapping out on me. Vici Gaming right now, they're just taking control. Looks like they're going to go tier 2 and try and break through that backdoor protection. They will be able to do so.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Getting in that extra gold right now. Fenrir is even going to be able to pick up a BKB very, very soon. RTK looking for that butterfly, does have it. He has it. Super almost has his Scythe of Ice once again after so long of having that gold. And same goes with the Assault Cuirass, but we know what happened last time we mentioned it. Oh, I think we're about to see the engagement. Or it may have already passed us by. Damn. The Chinese stream just keeps buffering on me, so going to it, it's hard. Items. Butterfly's now up on Miracle. Nothing big that's really new so far. We already talked about the Butterfly there. BKB. Scythe of Vice is now up on Storm Spirit, and same goes with the Assault Cuirass on Sylar. So those heroes do have their items. They have Aegis, they have Cheese. They are looking damn fine. I would date that.
Touché.
Slark, meanwhile, looks like we're going to see a little bit of split pushing out of him. So they're pretty content to farm, while meanwhile Titan, very, very grouped up, very afraid of the Storm Spirit Lifestealer combo. Buybacks are not up, though. So that's probably what we're waiting for Vici Gaming. We have another minute on the Lifestealer buyback. Plus he needs gold. Same goes with the Storm Spirit. Both of them do need gold as well. So that may be a slight issue, and that's probably what we're waiting for. All right, I'm just keeping my eye on the Chinese stream, see if we're going to go over one of the team fights again. Well, we've got some downtime and both teams are farming.
Damage.
Aegis is going to go down, and right as buybacks are about to come back up. So this could be a good opportunity for Vici Gaming to engage. If they do pick up a couple hero kills, you could see Lifestealer and Storm Spirit still being able to have buyback because of kill gold. Even better if they're able to take a tier 3, which is what they're pushing in for. Double damage. Ooh, there it is. Game-changing rune, which is about to die. Lame. Titan are just playing so passive right now while they wait for that Aegis to go down.
Blair's here.
Farm. It's funny. It's funny. Right now, I'm looking at the Chinese stream, and it's Vici Gaming who are the ones locked inside their base. That's what happens. I think it's probably in that engagement right there that we're looking at. That changed the difference. Look at that gold graph just plummet downwards. Experience goes even farther to the favor of Vici Gaming. Slark looking to maximize his survivability as much as possible. So it's really only all the thing that you need on Slark. Unless you have this amazing start, in which case you can go for more gank-oriented items. But really, survivability is the biggest key for him. As long as he can survive through some of the burst, he can start stealing a lot of stats. The Essence Shift starts going into overdrive late game like this. More hits he gets, the more hits he puts out. It's just a vicious cycle of deadly, deadly damage. So I'm expecting a... oh, okay. We're going to go for an MKB on him. Or not, as he sells it. Rethinking his decision process, possibly. I mean, he still had buyback gold. Slark probably wanting to buy the full thing out. He didn't quite have enough for the full thing, but why he dropped... I don't know. And there goes the Aegis. 3, 2, 1. Still, though, they keep the cheese. So they do still have that slight advantage.
I'm over here.
And they're just cutting down Titan's farm by taking away their jungle. They saw the ward going down. By cutting away the jungle and leaving KYXY to farm pretty much this area. That's pretty much all they can farm.
Whoa, what'd I miss?
Even going into some of these camps is a little bit risky just because of Super and his mobility. You could call it a super amount of mobility. just doesn't work as well without a co-caster to play it off. Vici Gaming are on the precipice of being able to end this game, but it's all going to come down to that one team fight. One team fight will determine if Vici Gaming can end Game 1 and take that early advantage against Titan right now, or if Titan still have a chance in this game and can take control of the map once again. Basher. So we're going to see an Abyssal instead of MKB up on ROTK. So he's still going to have the Butterfly to contend with, but an Abyssal means he can, if he gets on the Mirana, lock her down, even through a Butterfly. He'll still be able to get in some hits because of that 2-second stun, possibly more with bashes. And waiting on Roshan. Follow the light. Follow the light. Follow it. Yeah. Oh. Smoke up. Titan know that the Aegis is down, so they're going to go for that pickoff. And Ethereal Blade is picked up by Clockwork, so good item versus the Lifestealer. Interesting choice. It's going to be decent damage, I guess, because he does have 100 strength. So that's all right. It's how much? 2 times, so 275 damage. So a small nuke is what you're talking about coming out from the Clockwork. But mainly it's because he can save himself, save an ally from this Lifestealer, who's going to be nom-nom-nomming on many heroes. So if they jump in on KYXY, which is mainly their target, because whoever they jump on, if it's not KYXY, we already talked about this, but imprisonment, right? So it's going to be KYXY. So now Clockwork can help save some of that damage from the Lifestealer specifically by being able to throw that Ethereal Blade. Hopefully be able to keep him alive long enough that he can Force Staff, Shiva's, imprisonment, whatever he needs to do to survive. Turn, throw that ultimate. Scythe the Vice's Storm Spirit, who's probably BKB'd up. So it's a good plan of action by the Clockwork.
Rock it on.
You guys. I get hired full-time as a caster. You guys are trolling me with, who dis? Who dis? Is this Merlini? Is this Purge? No. No, it's not. Trolling me. 6.3K on Miracle. You don't really bill many more items on a Mirana. You could see a Scotty and buyback still up on Mirana. I would appreciate a little bit more stats on her. She's already got the data list. She's got Butterfly, MKB. I don't necessarily really think you need much else but a Scotty. I like that idea, especially versus the Lifestealer. But in conjunction with the Manta, it'll be decent. Be pretty damn decent. But maybe that's just me. Here comes Roche, and there he goes. Look at him just drop.
Roshan has fallen
Titan.
to the down.
They did have slight vision with the rocket, but not in time, and a second cheese is going to be picked up.
Heist.
Second cheese is going to be picked up. Thank you, FY.
There he goes.
Remember that Aegis? That time that one
Double
team didn't pick up
damage.
Aegis? And they just walked out of the pit? And they went and team fought and went back and picked up the Aegis afterwards? Yeah. Let's not let that happen with Cheese, shall we? It was like 4 minutes later. It was like, oh, let's pick up the Aegis, guys. Don't forget about that one. Vici, are we finally going to see them push? It looks like it after, like... Jesus. Wait. Is that seriously our last kill? That was like 15 minutes ago.
Incoming.
So 54 is about there. Maybe just Yeah, about 10 minutes ago at least.
Begin.
Jump in, KYXY trying to get away, double force stabs. Look at all the force stabs, Ethereal Blade trying to save him. But Vici Gaming, they don't care. They're just going to clean up the other heroes. If they can't kill KYXY, nice leap away. Link away by net. So all they lose is the Rubik there. That isn't really bad for that kind of initiation. But they still have the Aegis. They still have cheese on these heroes. Still a big advantage, and they're actually going to back out because they've got Miracle pushing into the side, but Clockwork initiates. He's going to try and stop them and get out. KYXY going to have to pop his BKB here as the rest of Super pursues. They're going to try and end the game right now. Miracles is cleaning up the racks at top, but they just trying to get KYXY through this back to the fountain. Ohio's trapped in. KYXY will fall, and that actually hits a pretty good ultimate. It's going to be able to wipe out the Storm Spirit's Aegis, but that's it. They lose the racks top, but they're in control of the base, and they're going to go straight for the throat, trying to take down the tier 4s and go for the throne. KYXY sitting here waiting for Miracle to come back. Miracle's going to come in from this side. KYXY from the other. Here it is. Arrow lands on Super. They're going to try and finish him off the ultimate, and it will be done. Critical going off just in time. The Daedal is cleaning through, but there goes. Miracle's locked in. KYXY comes back out from the imprisonment. Great stun by net. Is it going to be enough to keep KYXY out? He's stuck with the Slork. It doesn't matter. He goes down. Miracle and his buyback. They're still trying to clear through Vici Gaming. Vici Gaming will not leave this base. They're still going for the throne. Stun coming out from net, keeping Siler in place, but the Visage Birds keeping Miracle from being able to do that damage. Miracle, where are you going, buddy? He just wanders into the enemy team, commits seppuku. He's done with this. The game's over. Vici Gaming, after 66.5 minutes, finally choose to end it. 33 to 36 minutes in. Titan controlled most of the game, as you can see from the gold graph. The first half of the game, they controlled the map pretty well, but were never ever able to end. And after that point, about the 40-minute mark, Vici Gaming started to gain more and more control. And then from there, it was in their court. Just deciding to farm up and eventually push in. That's going to be game 1, guys. That was game 1. Hopefully we'll get, I see Statsman Nahaz was in the house, so we'll try and get him in for the next game. But yeah, stick around, guys. Hell of a game 1. Hopefully even better for game 2. Don't go anywhere.